Okay, so the lesson name is Emerging Technologies, and it is the fourth lesson. Now, what do you mean by emerging technologies, and what are we going to learn in this lesson is different emerging technologies, okay, which are the technologies which are coming up. Basics of IoT. IoT stands for Internet of Things. Basics of cloud computing. What exactly is cloud computing? We'll be studying here. Introduction to AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence, and introduction to 5G. Okay, that is fifth generation. IoT, Internet of Things, is the network of physical devices. What is it? It's a network of physical devices, home appliances, and other electronic media. Yes, it's a network of physical devices, vehicles, home appliances, and many other items which are embedded with electronics. Okay, which are there in electronic machines. Your software, your sensors, your actuators, and connectivity. Everything coming into a network becomes an IoT. Okay, it's the internet, it's the network of things, different things which are there at our place that enables these things to collect and exchange data, creating opportunities for more direct integration of the physical world into the computer-based system. Okay, what are we doing? We are bringing everything into a network that can increase some opportunities. Okay, which more or direct or indirectly it could be integrated in the physical world. Okay, what is the result? Resulting in efficiency improvement, economic benefits, and this reduces human effort. Right. So if I want to decrease the efficiency, increase the efficiency, and the result should be good. Okay, and less human effort should be used. So I can go for IoT. So just for simple thing, I'll just show you a video.
The Internet of Things, or IoT, is a system of connected devices, computers, and digital machines with unique identifiers that transfer data over a network. Smartphones, laptops, wearables, sensors, they're all part of the Internet of Things as long as they're connected and sharing data. Beyond that, IoT also includes a person with a heart monitor implant, a farm animal with a chip transponder, or a car alerting a driver to low tire pressure. In a business sense, IoT supports smarter working with more control. Across industries, IoT enables process automation, analysis and insight, labor reduction, and performance monitoring. For example, airlines use IoT sensors for real-time data reporting on airplane engine status and equipment conditions. Theme parks even use IoT to track visitor movement for insight into popular attractions and traffic flow. This can help the park better address bottlenecks, long lines, and even waste management. Businesses are increasingly adopting IoT to improve efficiency, customer service, and decision-making. But all these connected devices are not without potential issues. As the number of connected devices and shared information increases, so do security and privacy concerns that transfer data over a network. Smartphones, laptops, wearables, sensors, they're all part of the Internet of Things as long as they're connected and sharing data. Beyond that, IoT also includes a person with a heart monitor implant, a farm animal with a chip transponder, or a car alerting a driver to low tire pressure. In a business sense, IoT supports smarter working with more control. Across industries, IoT enables process automation, analysis and insight, labor reduction, and performance monitoring. For example, airlines use IoT sensors for real-time data reporting on airplane engine status and equipment conditions. Theme parks even use IoT to track visitor movement for insight into popular attractions and traffic flow. This can help the park better address bottlenecks, long lines, and even waste management. Businesses are increasingly adopting IoT to improve efficiency, customer service, and decision-making. But all these connected devices are not without potential issues. As the number of connected devices and shared information increases, so do security and privacy concerns. Also, any bugs in a single device can potentially affect an entire IoT system. In addition, and this is true especially for an enterprise, these connected devices produce a ton of data, which can be difficult to collect and manage, let alone glean business insight from. Finally, competing IoT standards can create headaches in terms of getting different devices from different manufacturers to communicate with one another. Still, companies will have to address these challenges because the IoT market is booming, and experts predict IoT adoption and spending will grow exponentially over the next few years.
Right? So that was a small glance at IoT. IoT involves extending internet connectivity, right? The connectivity also will be extended beyond standard devices. Now, what are standard devices such as desktop, laptops, smartphones, and tablets? Okay, so the standard devices are there, but beyond that, our internet connectivity is increasing to any range of traditionally dumb or non-internet enabled physical devices and everyday objects. So we are extending internet to many different objects, right? Previously, we were not having internet to our watches, but right now we are having digital watches wherein it is also a part of IoT. Embedded with the technology, these devices can communicate and interact over the internet, and they can remotely monitored and controlled. Right? So if I say a best example of IoT is it's a house. Okay, in that house, I have everything connected to my mobile. Right? From my mobile, I can switch off the lights, I can switch on or off the fans, I can start my geyser, I can start my toaster, I can start my washing machine, right? So, how I can start that? Because they are in a network. Okay, all the things in my home are in network and they are connected through the internet network, right? Because of this, what happens is I can just sit at one place and do all work, right? If by mistakenly I am out, I went in a hurry to my office and I did not lock my door, right? So from there, I can just with a click of a button, I can lock my doors, I can lock my garage doors, right? I can start my security alarm and many different things I can do with the help of IoT. As in the video we have seen, it's a boom. Few years this will be increasing and it would be seen that IoT is there at every place, right? Now, what are the advantages of IoT? First is efficient resource utilization. Okay, the resources what we have, we are using it efficiently. We are utilizing it. If we know the functionality and the way that how each device works, we definitely increase the efficient resource utilization as well as monitor natural resources. Correct? Now, if I have a mobile and I don't know some functionalities of it, right? I have a mobile, but I don't know that I can keep an alarm in it, or I can keep my interview transactions, or I can keep my meeting transactions, meeting notes there, right? So what I do, I don't know that facility. So what I'll do, I'll just keep on writing, and I will handle one diary with me, correct? Because I don't know. I have a phone plus I have a diary also. But if I'm storing everything in my phone, the meeting time, everything I have stored and kept a timetable in my phone with an alarm, so there's no need for me to carry the book with me or a diary with me, right? Because I know the functionality of my mobile. I know till what extent I can use it, what things I can store it, and what will be easier for me to handle, right? So I am using it for its best. I am doing many different things through my mobile itself. Right? Okay, that is efficient resource utilization. Next is minimize human efforts. Right? If I had to switch all the lights of my house, I need to go to each and every corner and I need to switch off. Right? But if I have IoT installed in my house, just by one click, I can off all the lights. So my human efforts are reduced. As the device of IoT interact and communicate with each other and do a lot of tasks for us, then they minimize the human effort. Next advantage is time saving. As it reduces the human effort, then it definitely saves out your time. Correct? It saves time rather than me going to each and every corner, seeing what is on, what is off. I can just come out and I can just see on my mobile what exactly is on or off. And there I can just off the things which are on, right? So it is saving my time. Time is the primary factor in automation which can save through IoT platforms. Correct? Okay. Enhanced data collection. It enhances the ways in which I can collect my data. IoT devices can collect data from environment like weather, sound, pollution, etc. Right? So if I have certain devices which are getting the data from the environment, right? I have weather forecasting. What are they doing? They are collecting the data of each and every second. Where are the winds going? Where is the storm going? What is going to happen? So there are certain fluctuations which are taking place, right? So because of that, I can understand. So I'm collecting the data within a second or a nanosecond or a picosecond, right? So sound information I can get, pollution information I can get. This data then can be used to take the decision, right? If there is a storm, I just can understand there are certain changes in the weather forecasting map, right? So because of that, I can understand what is the intensity, what is the frequency, right? According to that, the data what I got, according to that, I can take the decisions whether the storm is going to come. I need to make the people alert of that particular area, right? So all these things we can do with the help of data collection, and IoT helps us in doing this. Next is improve the security. IoT based security systems can make home and office environments secure because I have certain security alarms which are there at my place. Right? If someone tries to come into my house, someone tries to break my lock, the alarm clock will start and the sound will be heard by the or it will be connected to the nearby police station, right? So these all things we can do with the help of IoT. I'll just repeat the advantages. First is efficient resource utilization. Next, minimize human efforts, time saving, enhance data collection, and improve the security. Correct? But if we say advantages, there are certain disadvantages also. Disadvantage number one is privacy. Even without the active participation of the user, the IoT system provides substantial personal data in maximum. Now, if I say everything I can do from my mobile, right, and if my mobile is lost, or if someone has taken my mobile, right, so he has full control. So there is no privacy through my mobile. Correct? So he can handle everything, whatever is there in the network through the mobile. Privacy concern is very much important here. Okay, if we are not active participants, but then too, if we are there in a network, our data can be hacked and the data can be taken up, right? So maximum details, your bank account details, your private details, everything will be hacked up by a hacker. So privacy, we need to be very careful when we are using IoT. Next is complexity. Okay, if I just have few devices in my network, then it's okay. I can maintain, I can develop, I can have a control on all the devices. But if I have a big firm, if I have a big company, organization, and I need to give an IoT for all, right? So the designing becomes very complex. So the designing, the error, the signaling, everything becomes a mess, right? So the designing, developing, maintaining, and enabling large technologies to IoT systems is quite complicated. It's not impossible, but complicated, right? So only two disadvantages are mentioned here: privacy and complexity. Next, where can we use these IoT? First application, smart lighting. Okay, illumination of light is controlled on the basis of daylight. Now what happens currently is there are certain people who are coming in each and every area and putting the lights on, correct, and morning they are just going around and putting the lights off. But if we have certain smart lighting systems, that the light itself will sense, okay, the device itself will sense what light is there outside. If it's daytime, it will off. If it's nighttime, in it will be on, right? So those are smart lighting. We can use IoT for smart lighting. Second application is smart thermostats. Allow users to schedule, monitor, and remotely control home temperature. Right? As we have ACs, there are certain automatic ACs also. They just have a sensor which senses the temperature which is there in the room. Correct? If the room is very cold, then it would automatically detect the temperature, and it will sense what temperature should be kept. Okay, so this is done with the help of IoT. We can use that sensor in our thermostats also. In our AC rooms, we have heaters. Okay, so that can be done. Smart locks and garage door openers. We have certain locks and openers also. Password based or facial recognition based doors and locks are also there. You might have seen in many movies, the door opens up just by scanning the face, right, or scanning the thumb expression, or they have certain passwords. We also can do that. Next is smart security cameras, right? Security cameras that can identify known and unknown person and raise alarm in case of security threats. If in my area I don't want unknown people to come, right? So I can use these smart security cameras there, and I can just scan the people photos, the ones who are staying there, right? And if they have frequent some relatives, I can scan their photos also. But if a person who is not among these is seen, the cameras will start giving an alarm, right? Next is smart traffic signals. Signals that can adjust their timing to accommodate commutes and holiday traffic and keep cars moving. Right? There's no need of a traffic police there because the signals are only smart. Right? So they themselves can manipulate the timing. If there is a huge traffic, just for few seconds, it can give the vehicles, the people who are riding, the way to go, right? Because of this, what happens is the traffic can be reduced. Okay, so we have certain applications as smart lighting, smart thermostat, smart lock and garage door openers, smart security cameras, and smart traffic signals. Next point is cloud computing. Now we have many a times heard cloud computing, cloud computing. Where are the files stored? On the cloud, right? As we have a huge cloud, it's coming up in the rainy season. The same way, we have a huge cloud for computing. Okay, what do you mean by computing is dealing with all the services which are related to computing. Okay, cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network access to a shared pool of computing resources. Okay, in short, what I can say it as cloud computing is a pool. Okay, pool of computing resources like network, servers, storage, applications, and services released with service provider interaction, right? So I have n number of things on this cloud computing model, okay, or I can call it as a network. You can see I have his internet is a cloud, and in that I have a primary server, clients, and everyone is attached and in a network with cloud, right? Models of cloud computing, there are several models depending on the service what they give you. There are three primary service models of cloud computing, that are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. These are the three models of cloud computing. Okay. IaaS gives users access to storage, networking, servers, and other computing resources via the cloud. Now, infrastructure. If I say infrastructure, it becomes your interior part, right? What different things you require. Now, for example, if I want to open a shop, first thing I need to choose a area, then I need to see whether I can get any shop on rent. Correct? If I get that, then I need to go for infrastructure, the inside part, what my shop will be and how the structure will be. Right? So I need to go for the infrastructure, I need to go for the furniture, right? And all those things goes on. But if I don't want all these things, for example, if I have a online shopping site, okay, for that reason, there's no need for me to have a shop, because no customers are going to come and see my shop. They are just going to log into my website and going to order for the goods, right? So if I keep the goods in my house itself, no need of a shop. Right? So all that infrastructure is being dealt with by the online shopping websites. Correct? The same way, if I need certain infrastructure, now infrastructure, if I say it's not a furniture based, but if I have a firm, if I have a company, and I need to manage the servers, the computers, okay, that time I need to go for a storage. Okay, so that time what I can do is I can just hire some services from cloud computing. Okay, from cloud I can get some things on rent in the sense on demand. Okay, I want the storage just for 1 month, so I can go for the storage facility for 1 month. I can just pay for 1 month. There's no need for me to go on for 12 months and so on. On demand, whatever you want, I can go for infrastructure. While the user is still responsible for managing their applications, data, middleware, etc. Okay, as they are hiring, as the user is hiring for certain things, then he himself is responsible to manage. Okay, he has hired it, so he can manage the applications. Infrastructure can become an application, data, or a middleware. IaaS provides automated and scalable environments that provide a high degree of control and flexibility for the user. Okay, what it does, infrastructure as a service, it provides me automated and scalable environment. Okay, as I want the environment, I can increase it, I can decrease it. I can just increase the scale automatically. Okay, depending on the data what you have, depending on the forms what you are getting, correct, depending on the responses what you are getting, I can increase or decrease the environment. Okay, and what does that do? It provides me a high flexibility of control, right? Controlling, I, there's no need for me to control, but automatically the systems will be controlled, correct, by IaaS. What are the key features of IaaS? Instead of purchasing hardware outright, users pay for IaaS on demand. So if I need to buy a server, I can't do that because I don't have that much of money, right? Because servers are costing a huge amount. If I want that, I can just purchase it from IaaS, right? Whatever is the pay, I can pay, and on demand, I can use IaaS. Next is infrastructure is scalable depending on processing and storage needs. If my needs are small, I can just take a small storage. But if my needs are big and I need a big storage, I can go for that. right? So scalable infrastructure. They are not saying me you need to take such a big amount of storage only. There's no need for me. I just have a small business, right? But they are giving me a flexibility that you can go for either small or big or medium as you want. Correct? Next is enterprises saves the cost of buying and maintaining their own hardware. There's no need for the hardware to be brought. Okay, everything will be managed by IaaS model only. What are the examples? Amazon Web Services, AWS, EC2, Microsoft Azure, VM, Google Compute Engine. These are certain IaaS which are being provided for you that you can use those. Next is PaaS. A service provider offers access to a cloud-based environment in which users can develop, manage, and deliver applications. In addition to storage and other computing resources, users are able to use a suite of pre-built tools to develop, customize, and test their own applications. Right now, platform as a service. I require a platform. What do you mean by platform? Platforms can be your OS or your apps. Okay, OS operating system. I don't want to go with Windows. I can go with Linux. I can go with Mac. Right. So I have different platforms wherein I feel good. I can work. Some features are there which are not working in Windows, but which are working in Mac. So I can get the Mac application software or system software for my computer, right? In addition, I can go for storage and other computing resources also. Application, I can have a storage application also, right? And these are pre-built tools. Okay, first only they are built and kept. If you want, use those. So PaaS is a platform as a service which is giving you all to build, develop, customize, and just do your own or test your own applications there. What are the key features for PaaS? PaaS provides the platform with tools to test, develop, and host applications in the same environment. Okay, so it is giving you a platform, or I can say it as an environment in which you yourself can develop an application and host your application. Okay, next point is enables organizations to focus on development without having a worry about underlying infrastructure. It just gives a way, okay, focus on development rather than thinking of I don't have money and I can't manage everything, I can't buy everything. No, instead of that, I can just concentrate on developing something, right? Developing my product or developing my services or developing my website, all these things I can just focus on development rather than going on money and worrying for the different infrastructure, right? Providers manage security, operating systems, server software, and backups. What it does, it gives you the security also. Operating system is also being given, and server security is also being maintained. Plus, backups are also taken. Right? So there's no need for fear. If I use that, where will my data be? Next point is facilitates collaborative work even if teams work remotely. What do you mean by that is we had the best example for this is your uh, you are working from home, right? So what is that exactly? You all are login through your home network, but you all are logging through the work, right? Work from home ka concept. Correct. So you all are working in different places, but collaborative you are doing the work. So just one work, one task is there, but that task is done by everyone which are staying remotely. Okay. PaaS gives me that opportunity to do. Fine. Now you need to find the example of PAS. They have not given that. Fine. Next is SaaS. A service provider delivers software and applications through the internet. Users do not install applications on their local devices. Instead, the applications reside on a remote cloud network access through the web or an API. Right? So SaaS is a software as a service. If I want to buy a particular software, it will cost me a high. Right? Instead of that, what I do, I can order my software, okay, through internet, and that software will be delivered or the facilities will be taken care of. Okay? Users do not install applications on their local device. There's no need for the users to install it. They are just using it online. Right? If you might have seen, there are photo editing websites. Correct? So instead of me getting a Photoshop, getting a Corel Draw, all those applications, what I can do, just online, I can upload my photo and I can do the needful. Correct? So here, there's no need for me to go for a CD software or giving money, paying them and taking it. But here I can use the service. What are the key features? SaaS vendors provide users with software and applications via the subscription model. There are certain subscription models which can be subscribed for 2 months, for 3 months, right? It depends on you. So it is giving you the facility or option for getting the subscription model. Next is users do not have to manage, install or upgrade software. Right? Every time it would be automatically updated. SaaS providers manage this because they have their internet online and get start getting an alert, right? Start getting certain notifications stating you have less space, so delete some files and all those things. The exe is corrupt and so things, right? Or I get the update is ready, you can update your software. Fine. So there's no need for you to do this because SaaS providers manage all this and they give you the one which is in the current market. Next is data is secure in the cloud. Equipment failure does not result in the loss of data. Whatever is the error or whatever happened with the uh, equipment, okay, if some equipment are not working properly, but that doesn't mean that I have lost my data. The data would be stored properly. If any equipments are failed, then too, no problem. My data is stored and secure in cloud. Right? Next, use of resources can be scaled depending on service needs. So what are my services? Depending on that, I can use the resources and I can scale it. Okay, I don't want small resources, I want big resources. I can do that with the help of SaaS. Applications are accessible from almost any internet connected device from virtually everywhere in the world. Correct? What I can do, the applications are also accessible wherever you go, not only in India or in some particular state or village. You can go anywhere, wherever internet facility is there, you can get that particular application there, right? Because it is virtually anywhere in the world. Correct? Okay. So examples of SaaS are here. Google's G Suite, GitHub, SAP, Slack, and Dropbox. Okay. PAS, IaaS, and SaaS are the models of cloud computing. Go through it, see the videos. Okay. Ask if you have any doubts. Fine. Chal. I'll off it. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.